Hey, okay, we're gonna work on the next part of your video here. There's people driving all around me. It's quite distracting, sorry. Okay, so I am waiting on Day Day to respond to me about a couple questions that I had for one part, because it's quite confusing and I wanna make sure I get it as easy as possible for you as far as sim coming, but also not terribly off conceptually. And also this next part, hang on, let me find where that part is that I was supposed to be starting. Okay, the next part that you have the big chunk of your lines that you sign, it really depends on what Sarah signs in her speech, and so I need to ask Rebecca because you repeat a lot of her signs, and there's a couple words and phrases that you start to say and then it kind of drops off and you start again and it drops off. So all of those aren't going to make sense at all because you're kind of just absent-mindedly talking, but I'm gonna need to know what she's signing for that. So we're gonna skip a little chunk and we'll come back to it once I talk with her, but I wanted to give you at least the next bit here to work on. So the last part we ended was, let me see the speech, okay? So show me. So you say all of that. In the middle you say good, that's very good. So very is just really, but you already know that. And the next whole big monologue stuff is all hers that you're just speaking over. So at the end she says we cannot share a relationship, or she signs that, and then you say, well, you, so just like, well, you know, just act that out, well, you, that's all, you don't even have to sign that, you can just sign all, so it circles, that's all very, you're just stuttering here, that's moving, that part moving is going to be inspirational, so it comes from your hips down here, inspirational, and it goes up. And go ahead and allow it to touch your chest. And while I'm thinking of that, there's another sign when you sign enjoy. I realize that you probably couldn't see the depth of it, but you actually touch your chest, like enjoy or pleased or whatever the signs are that you're doing. It looks funny because you're doing it like this as opposed to on you. So make sure you can make that body connection. So that's all very moving, but you know that sign. And then she says, but you're pitying me. So this part right here, that I'm pitying you, you unloaded a few of your favorite, you think they're really, that we're going to, insensitive, inarticulate, all that stuff. I'm gonna wait that first part of your little monologue here to see what she signs, because it really depends. So I'm gonna pick up for this video just starting with, look Sarah, I went to see Franklin today. So we're gonna start with that line here. So just get her attention. Look Sarah, I went to see Franklin today, which you know that sign already, or those parts. I tried to get him to make a settlement. I tried to get him, we're gonna sign convince, you know this one already. I tried to get him to make a settlement as an agreement. So think, and it goes down together, agreement, down lower, because I can't do that right now. Try to get him to make a settlement with Oren, and you say, oh, excuse me. You can either just do this or you can actually sign excuse me, but this is more like move out of the way, like excuse me. So, oh, excuse me. I should say Oren and you now, shouldn't I? So the shouldn't I, we're just gonna do right. I tried to save you the frustration of going before the group. Instead of save you, because it doesn't really match conceptually, we're gonna do I tried to lessen the frustration. So I tried to reduce or lessen. So it's like this is big, and you can, and sometimes you see it like wiggle down, reduce or just go down. I tried to save you the frustration is B's. I don't know why it's a B, but it hits your chin and it like bounces off. So the frustration of going before that group of hearing men, of approaching, we're just going to sign the sign approach, and it's a little offset height wise here, of going before that group of hearing men. This part's a little tricky. So who spend their lives listening to minorities. So for this part, we're just going to sign always listen, because we're not signing the word spend their lives. Who spend their lives listening to minorities. And I'm doing it way up here. Again, this is more lower. Relax your shoulders. Minorities is like, this is the base hand. Your left hand is your base, and the minority is the one that just trails under it. Majority trails on top of it. So the greater than, less than kind of symbol there. Minorities vent their anger against the majority. So we're just going to sign complain. So make a claw. Who vent their anger against. So it's kind of like the sign again, there you go up, but it's down this way, and it's just like a jab at it, like against. A lot of times it comes down like this. Against the majority. So that whole part right there is, I tried to save you the frustration of going before that group of hearing men who spend their lives listening to minorities vent their anger against the majority. And you know what he said? You know what he said? You know those signs already. You try to get a settlement. I tried. Exactly right. You don't have to sign exactly for this part. So instead of like right, just make it emphasized. So it's like spun up and hit down, like exactly right. Like just have a little more speed, force, and motion to get the exactly part. I want to save you. We'll go ahead and sign save here because this is a very like liberating, protective, take care of you, free you type feeling. So we'll do that. So I wanted to save you, and then she interrupts you again. Hey, just wait a second. You're my wife. Hey, just wait a second. You are my wife. And then have like a little thought to yourself, like, it's not like, you know, make sure you have that break in the role shifting. Not like, what? Didn't you just hear? Yes, I heard every word you just said. Yes, I heard every, it's the opposite of most. Most goes up, every goes down. Every word, the sign for word, you can see it like this, word, you said, and I'm going to tell you something that you're not going to like. We know all those signs already. Give it to me. I think your real bitch, yours and Oren's. We're not going to sign the word bitch here because you're not calling her that. It's just meaning your real issue. So is that you and Oren are deaf and wish you could hear. So I think your, we're going to sign the true biz, that I think we getting that before. So true, and then bounces twice. You're like legit, your actual complaint, your true biz complaint, yours and Oren's, and have that little break like yours and Oren's, and then come back, is that you are deaf and you wish you could hear. I'm trying to decide if we do hear or you're hearing. I think we'll sign here though, but if they're like, it might be better to sign hearing, we can alternate that type of the word here. But make sure that the wish part, you make it look like pathetic, and it's not that like you wish you were hearing. It's like you wish you were hearing, or hearing, because it's kind of a real shift needed in that there. So I think your real bitch, yours and Oren's, oh, I didn't sign complaint. Your real bitch, yours and Oren's, is that you are deaf and you wish you could hear. You didn't hear a word I said. I just heard every goddamn word you said. I just recently, is this X shape on your chin pointing back, or your jawline. I just said I heard every goddamn word you said. We already know those signs. I also just said I think you are lying. We know the sign lie here. I don't think you think being deaf is so goddamn wonderful, and make like that sarcastic look on your face, that you think, oh, being deaf is so goddamn wonderful. Like, have that in there because it'll show the real shifting of that language. And because of people like me, okay, Franklin, the administrators, and 90%, Franklin, the administrators, 90% of the school would never hire you. So Franklin, and then we're just gonna, for administrators, we're just gonna sign superiors. Like the administrators, we're not gonna do 90%. We're gonna sign most in 90% of the schools, and then have like this to show this area, like all these people of the country. Sign country or country this way because I already taught you that one. There's just two signs. Of the country would never hire. Hire is like welcome, same thing. Hire you. You're dreaming a dream that can't come true. So your dream is impossible, and have it like kind of crushed down. So like you're dreaming a dream that can't come true. So let's get that going. Let's see. We could do a little bit more. Let's see. Then you won't be a teacher. Okay, what will you be? Okay, so okay, what do you do? We're gonna do that. What will you be? Go to the street with my little alphabet. Oh, that's perfect. However you want to say that, if it's sarcastically. And then you'll be my maid, right? And we, the two of us, will have deaf children, right? who's going to educate? Who's going to teach them? You? Better me than you. Yeah? You think I'm going to let you change my children? So this part I'm waiting to get a little bit of clarification from Day Day as well, on the vanity and cowardice as pride, because I know how to do it as an interpreter, but doing it sim-comming for a show is a little bit more complicated. So I will get back to you on that. I'm still waiting on him to message me back, but there's a big chunk that you can work on, and just don't let me forget the part before and the part after that we haven't gotten, because we're waiting on our deaf cast members to let me know. So okay, cool, see you later, bye.